This is the DEFCON warning system. Alert status for 2 p.m., Tuesday, January 1st, 2013. Condition green, DEFCON 5. Condition green, DEFCON 5. Condition green, DEFCON 5. There are currently no imminent nuclear threats against the United States at this time. The United States continues to laden itself with massively unsustainable debt, exposing the country to economic threat as well as significant cuts to the military. The current U.S. president has an aversion to the U.S. military and, for the foreseeable future, U.S. defense will continue to be hamstrung. This is noted by foreign enemies and will be used against the country in future small strategic maneuvers. Budgets also affect key U.S. allies, as the United Kingdom is also to cut resource defense spending over the next 2 years. In the Syrian area, the United States positioned a carrier off the shore of Syria, and then withdrew its war fleet from Syria, angering Syria's neighbors who feel as if the United States is abandoning them. It isn't known if this withdrawal was in response to Russian anger to the earlier U.S. carrier presence. However, U.S. President Obama did promise Russian President Putin that the U.S. would be more flexible once the U.S. elections are over. In the meantime, though, NATO has approved deploying Patriot missile batteries to Turkey, a move that Russia opposes, while Russia is developing new solid-fuel missiles, claiming that these will counter U.S. anti-missile defenses. A congressional report states that Iran is no longer on track to have an ICBM capable of hitting the United States by 2015. However, Iran is establishing a presence in North Korea, looking for developing ballistic missile components that can separate in flight. After a successful launch of their rocket, North Korea announces plans for additional launches. Debris from their recent rocket launch show rockets had ballistic capabilities capable of reaching the United States. However, there is no official evidence that North Korea has developed re-entry capability, which is essential for ballistic missile tech. In a New Year's speech, North Korea was unusually soft, calling for an end to the confrontation between the North and the South. Analysts do not believe, however, that such a speech indicates a change in policy for North Korea, especially on the nuclear front. Meanwhile, South Korea has pulled out of the missile technology control regime, which will allow it to make missiles that can reach all of North Korea. On the nuclear proliferation front, Japan claims to have intercepted a shipment bound for Burma which could be used in the pursuit of nuclear weapons. The DEFCON warning system is a private enterprise which monitors world events and assesses nuclear threats against the United States by national entities. It is not affiliated with any government agency and does not represent the alert status of any military branch. The public should make their own evaluations and not rely on the DEFCON warning system for any strategic planning. At all times, citizens are urged to learn what steps to take in the event of a nuclear attack. If this had been an actual attack, the DEFCON warning system will give radiation readings for areas that are reported to it. Your readings will vary. This system serves the Kittle Falls area of northeast Washington. Official news sources will have radiation readings for your area. For immediate updates, go to www.defconwarningsystem.com. Breaking news and important information can be found on the DEFCON warning system message board and on the DEFCON Twitter feed DEFCON WS. You may also subscribe to the YouTube channel DEFCON warning system. Note that Twitter and YouTube updates may be subject to delays. The next scheduled update is 2 p.m. Pacific Time, February 1st, 2013. Additional updates will be made as the situation warrants, with more frequent updates at higher alert levels. This concludes this broadcast of the DEFCON warning system.